The journey of personal development can be summarized in 4 phases. These are understanding, resolution, healing, and becoming. The more we understand each phase and their relationship to one another, the more we can find our way back home, back to our authentic selves. The first phase is understanding, and it requires us to be really honest and open. This takes reflection, self-examination, and courage. Otherwise, we are continuously misled and fail to understand what it is that binds us. For example, there is little value in treating our addiction when the real problem is self-loathing. Equally, we're not going to get to the heart of our depression if we're not aware that the real issue is our shame. The reason we go round the same loop time and time again is because we have not accurately named our ailments, and so we continue to suffer because we are treating the wrong problem. And so, the first task of self-improvement is to be clear about the true nature of our ailments. The second phase is resolution. We have to be prepared to not only name our demons, but also our part in their ongoing place in our lives. Whilst we act as if we are innocent bystanders and we have no part to play in life's unfolding events, then we are forever at the mercy of life's ebb and flow. So we have to be prepared to take responsibility, to face the part that we have played. Otherwise, we are denied the healing that we seek. What follows resolution is healing. Healing is possible when we are no longer hiding, pretending, justifying, and defending. It's when the river of conscience and integrity run clear. There's no contamination, there's no mixed messages or contradiction. It's at that point we can now plug into the energetic matrix, which is responsible for all communication in the universe, and we can create energy contracts with our unresolved stuff, enabling us to fix and heal all our deep-seated wounds. Now we can move to the fourth phase, that of becoming. Becoming is where we stand at the door of infinite possibility, and all we were born to be is lovingly looking back at us. And there is a beautiful recognition of our authentic selves as we stand before our potential and promise. This is bliss. In today's meditation, we are going to bring these 4 phases together: understanding, resolution, healing, and becoming. The loving contract that will be formed between them will elevate you to new heights. In the silence that follows, you're going to take your mind to a point in time where there was a disagreement or conflict between you and another. There may be numerous thoughts and memories that emerge, but choose a situation where you needed to be right, where you were being defiant and fixed. It's so easy to get caught up in the need to be right, and at that point we stop seeing what is right. Now, be as honest as you can, and trust your mind to take you to the right scene for today's task. The mind always knows what we need to attend to. Hopefully by now, you've been able to see this scenario clearly in your mind's eye. And as you think about it, notice how you feel. Why was it so important for you to be right? What was it you were defending? And was there really any benefit in the position you adopted? Just sit in this place for a while longer and see what else emerges. By now, there are lots of thoughts and feelings that have come floating to the surface, and you have an understanding of what it was you were defending. And even if you were right, you can now see that you went about it in the wrong way. Maybe your response was about doubt, fear, anger, humiliation, or low self-esteem. But whatever it was about, it's now clear to you as you are no longer in denial. It's time to give your reaction, your feeling, a name. What does this feeling stir in you? How does it influence the way you think and act? How does it affect your relationship with yourself and others? Take some time now to reflect on how this emotion alters your way of being and behavior in your life generally. Remember, the more accurately we name those things we're enslaved by, the easier it is for them to change. You are now honestly able to own this feeling, and you can see how it changes who you are and how you operate within the world. And you realize you no longer want to be defined by this feeling. You no longer want to be at its mercy. When you are brave enough to own the ugliness in yourself, you retrieve the power that has been taken from you. You are able to resolve the issue, and within that resolution, you are able to heal. So take this moment now to make peace with this feeling. Invite it to change and morph into something greater, something positive, something more beautiful that can be a force for good in your life. It's at this point that resolution becomes healing. This old unwanted emotion and the responses attached to it are changing, and this feels liberating because your power is slowly being returned to you. Now take your mind back to the original scene where you were busy fighting to be right, and take this new energy and attitude that is emerging and reframe that experience. See yourself being comfortable and at ease, expressing what needs to be said in the right way, with grace and poise, and having no need to be right. Your only concern is seeing things unfold in the right way. See yourself handling this scene in this way. This particular scene has now changed. Resolution has become healing, and healing brings you to the door of becoming. This is the door where you can break the chains of all those things that are holding you back and make your way to the new horizon, which is now in view. See yourself walking towards that new horizon and breaking those chains that were once binding you. You can see yourself as the emancipated being that you are, moving towards the new and uncharted. Spend some time now allowing your mind to discover what awaits you. Trust your mind to take you on the next leg of this beautiful voyage. Stay here for as long as your timetable allows, enjoying the magic and the sweet feeling that comes from understanding, that comes from resolution. that comes from healing. And that comes from becoming the master of your destiny. Visit this place often, and each time you will discover a bliss you hadn't realized existed.